Hi, we're Freya and Sarah from Crafty Sew So, and today we're going to be showing you how to make a tab-ended zip, which can be used in a range of different projects. We use tab-ended zips in our makeup bag kits, and you can see it gives a really tidy finish at the top there. So the first thing to do when you're making tabs for the end of the zip is take a 10cm piece of bias binding and fold in the two raw ends around 1 centimetre each. And you can either press that by hand or with an iron. Then you want to fold the whole thing in half, so you've got a nice tab with folded in ends. After you've made your tab, you're going to just very simply pop your zip in between the two layers, with the folded in ends neatly finishing off the end of the zip. You want to make sure that the metal zip end isn't going to be where you're going to be sewing, because that will break your needle. So once you've popped it in place, you want to pop a couple of pins in just to hold everything together. If you pop them in as Sarah's demonstrating, they're really easy to take out as you sew that through.
One thing you do need to make sure that you don't do is that you don't catch the back and that it's all nice and flat, because quite often it's easy to just pull these bits at the back and get them kind of folding over. So just check the back and the front.
Now we're going to sew a straight line of sewing around 2-3 millimetres away from that folded edge to hold everything in place. So you can see Sarah's lining it up with the foot of the machine, putting the needle down, and then as you go you're going to remove your pins before the needle gets to them.
It's always a good idea to make sure that you're on the right stitch as well. We'll get there.
Now the machine's all set up, we can sew the line. We're doing it in contrast thread, so we can show you where the stitching will sit. Obviously, if you're doing your own project, you can do it in a matching thread or a contrast thread, depending on what you like the look of.
We always like to pop the pins out as we sew. Some people do sew over the top of them, but I'm always a little bit wary about that after a few incidences of broken needles and that kind of thing.
It's not always worth it. So you can take that out from under the machine now, and you can see a nice tidy row of stitching that's going to cover the edge of the zip, making a really tidy finish for when you pop that into whichever project you're working on.
And then you would just repeat that again on the other end.
Yeah.
Obviously with the other end it's a little bit more difficult because it's kind of splayed out. Just open up the zip, pop one side in the tab first and then the other, and then pin, and sew it in exactly the same way. Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and we'll see you soon.